mornings, it's an exercise that's like the one I was telling you about, where you like bend. Look it up. It made my ass.
I thought you were about to say
you
did good mornings. It's an exercise for your like brain. So you yelled good morning when you woke up. And I was like, I didn't hear you do that. That's what I was thinking.
Nope. It was an exercise, and yeah. Guys, we actually just woke up for real. What time did you wake up?
You know what's crazy? I woke up at 6 in the morning, and I was like, there's just no fucking way. And I went back to sleep, and then I woke up at like 11:30, almost 12, and it's 2 o'clock right now.
Oh, so we didn't just wake up. We take a long time to
But we didn't get out of bed till now, really.
Yeah. So this is literally us fresh out the bed, you know the vibes, and breakfast is looking like 2 boiled eggs, green juice,
chicken nuggets, french fries, kale smoothie, and a Coke. You can't really see Coke.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Because we're just nutritious girls and we just do what it does.
You're being nutritious right now. I'm not.
We're kind of bozos.
We're not really tech girls, so.
So we kind of filmed that first half in the dark. But we put on the lights, so what up? Yeah.
Basically, me and Stacey had previously talked about the fact that, like, I said, it's so crazy that we haven't started making videos together. We've been living together for 3 years, and we just now started making videos together after the 3-year mark is almost up. Basically, when me and her lived together at our last place, so we lived in the crib, and then we had a place in the valley, and now we live here. I'm not gonna say where it is. And we realized that when we lived in the valley, we were extremely fucking depressed. And we did not even realize it until after we got out of the situation.
I was depressed in the hills and I was depressed in the valley. I was depressed all around. This is the one time in LA, like the one time where I come back from living in Massachusetts. That's where I live, y'all. But whenever I used to like go home and be so like, I don't want to go back. I need to stay in Massachusetts. I don't. That LA place is a place of devil worshippers and fucking crazy people. And I'm right, still, it's still a place of devil worshippers and fucking psychotic people. But now I come home from Massachusetts and I'm like, I'm home. Like, I'm home here too. Like, I don't feel like killing myself when I step in my house, this house. Like, it's like, okay. When I'm in the Uber's driving home, I don't feel my blood pressure rising. When I pull into the fucking driveway, I don't feel like hitting myself, and like, no, I like it. I like LA now. And I feel like the reason that we didn't make a YouTube channel before was because that I was not in no place to be making no YouTube channel. Like, I thought that when I first moved to LA to join the content house, I thought it was gonna be like fresh off the, you know, like all in my content. Like, I thought my YouTube channel, I was gonna be posting every single week. I literally posted one time in that hot tub. House. The video of me in the hot tub, that was it. And mind you, they were paying for editors for our YouTube videos. They were paying for, we were literally getting it on a silver platter, low key. Like, we had the perfect setup, but it was like depressing as, bro. I mean, I've never seen, bro, there's a point, like, when I grew up very, very happy. Like, I'm a happy person in general. And when I tell you guys, when some people used to describe depression and anxiety, I used to look at people like, you need to pray. Something I don't know depression nor anxiety, and I never want to know it. But like, good luck with you with that. But not when I went to that. So when I moved to California, I said, yeah, it's for you. It's not for fake. It's for you.
I remember. Oh my gosh, should we even talk about like the house, like how depressed we were in that house?
Let's just leave it alone.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone.
We can talk about.
I'm gonna say one thing though. I remember it was like I would come home like to that crib every single day, and I would walk up those stairs and just start sobbing, like just start profusely crying because I absolutely fucking hated it. But when we lived in the valley, I wasn't like super depressed, but I was just like, nothing felt, you know, like I didn't feel like doing anything. I hated filming. All of my content at that time was like fucking bullshit. Like, it was just like, I was just making videos and posting them for the sake of existing and living. But it was like, nothing was good. Like, when I look back at those videos, I'm just like, huh?
It wasn't me. It wasn't you. Like, it was just a video.
Yeah. No, literally. At first I was like, wait, what do you mean? You know, you were like, it's not me, it's you. That's what I thought you were doing. I was like, wait, I was like, confused. No, it was literally like, it was just content. That's what it was. But it wasn't like authentic to ourselves at all. And I remember like even her, like, we lived in the same apartment. Our bedrooms faced each other basically. I would not see her for like 3 days. And I remember I would have to like,
bad,
yeah, I would have to like go into her room and be like, can you please eat this? Like, I would make food for her and just be like, please. eat it. Sometimes I'll even come back and you didn't even eat it. Like I'll just be like, I'll just take this plate.
Layla! Yeah. Whenever we talk about this, I'm just like, bitch, I was down bad. Yeah, because now I literally be like scurrying out of bed. Like when I hear, like as soon as I hear that she's alive and she's out of her room, I'm out this. And as soon as we get out the fucking doors, we're already running our fucking mouth in the kitchen like we're mad loud. But then, bro, I used to put food up the side of my bed and I used to just like roll over and look at it and not eat it.
I was basically begging her to eat. I was begging her to go outside. I was begging her to do just anything.
Yes. Oh my god. Ain't nobody told me nothing.
It was actually depressing. I didn't even realize how depressing it was until we got out of this.
You know what? When we lived together 3 times. This is our third lease together. Our first lease was when we first moved out here. It was the content house. That shit, we're not gonna get into it, but it's just like going from that situation to our second house where we lived alone. We did not hate one another. We didn't but it was like both of us were like in recovery mode, or like I always say we felt like refugees, like we were running out of situation. And it wasn't just the house, it was like everything that was happening surrounding everything that was like that hopping
whole year.
Yeah, that whole entire year. It was like hopping from that into our house was we're refugees. Like the first night of me being in LA, first of all, bitches. But I was over fucking whelmed, and there was so many things I had to take care of in Massachusetts. So for a little bit of I helped like look for our second house that we should live in. But like when it came to like touring a lot of them, a majority of them she toured and like told me like if she liked them or not. The way no one was helping us look. No one, and mind you, me and Layla, we don't have cars. Just because LA is stressful to have a fucking car here, but no one was helping. People who you think are your friends, they're like, just looking at the way people leave you for dead when you've done them, when you've helped them. It's just like, wow. And now we're literally homeless. We're literally looking for a house. We're literally needing your car just to carry our luggage from point A to point B, and you can't do that for us. You can't, but you're our friend. Then you want to come back in our face and pretend like you did not do what you just did. I'm so confused. So like literally when I came back from Massachusetts, we were doing like wire transfers to pay our lease. Like my mom was helping us look for apartments, all this stuff. Our parents were helping us a lot. Mm-hmm. They were the only ones fucking helping us. But anyways, I remember when I pulled up. Do you remember you were out that day and then you came in the middle of the night? Yeah. And I was in our guest bedroom on an air mattress. I don't even know where my mattress was.
Our stuff was still inside of the fucking storage unit because nobody was helping us.
Oh, yes, yeah. Our mattresses, our blankets, everything was in the storage unit. We couldn't, we did not know whether to get a U-Haul or something, but...
I got the key that day. I have a bed. I have a blanket. I have a pillow. We have all these things. But because nobody is helping us go get those things, and I don't even... Bitch, I have been so sheltered my entire fucking life. I don't even know how a storage unit fucking works. I don't even know this shit. So now I have to go to Walmart, take an Uber, go to Walmart, and buy air mattresses for us to sleep on that night.
But the thing is, she was sheltered, so she doesn't really know. Let me swallow my fucking food and act like a lady. 1 second. You talk.
It was just, you may tell them what you look like when I came in. I was out that night, and I come inside our house. I go upstairs into the guest bedroom. This bitch is laying on the air mattress, using her sweater. Like she took off her sweater and was using it as a blanket.
For my whole 5'8" body. This little mini ass sweater. And I was like this.
She was like in a ball, and I remember looking at her like, do you want like a blanket or something?
That was the start of bullshit. That was the start of depressive ass bullshit.
Oh, I can't even imagine how that felt.
On top of that, guys, I got cheated on real bad in the crib. So I was still coping with that going into the second lease. Because mandem that cheated is in a whole other state. So it's like, I'm trying to deal with the bullshit that's happening in front of me, the people that are happening in front of me. On top of that, the shit that's happening in another state. Like, I was going to fuck through it. Oh Lord, thank you for delivering me from that dark place, because fuck, bro. What I was saying was, she is sheltered. There's some things that but we're not gonna pit it on that, because it's not like we're sitting here like begging and pleading for everyone to help us to get our stuff, and we're just out here like, oh, we can't get our stuff because no one's helping us. No. She asked them like once or twice.
Yeah.
But it was like, for the whole extension of us living in the crib, when I did not have a car, when I did not have my family here, her family moved out here with us. Like when we were living in the content house, her family moved. So her brother and her sister were with us. They did us a favor of bringing us a car. So we used their car for a majority of things. Like if we needed groceries, we're using her car, her sister's car. If we needed to just get out the house because it was stressful, we're using her sister's car. Her sister and the car and the family that came with it were a big plus to me and I think a lot of other people to the house. To see that a whole entire year could go by and she can go out of our way, their family can go out of their way to like make our life easier, and for us to ask one time for our luggage to be taken from a point that is, it's literally, our storage unit was 1 mile away from our house and 1 mile away from the person who were asking for help. Everybody who we asked for help. It was like we could literally walk this luggage low key, but it's harder. For us to ask for help and you guys to say no, and the thing that you're saying no for is very much just like, you just don't want to do it. Mm-hmm. Then, you wanted to text my phone and ask me, can we chill? Chill and do what exactly? Because if we chill,
I didn't even know we were going to be talking about this.
No, we weren't. I'm going on a tangent that we did not even know we should do. Like,
I don't even know what to say and what not to say.
No, we were not going to talk about this. But it just pisses me off because it's like, you know what I don't like? When people come up in my face and act like they didn't do what they just did. Mm-hmm. Like, don't pick up with me like we're meeting for the first time.
Yeah.
You fucked me in the ass twice. So it's like, why are we talking? Why are we
acting like everything is peaches and dandelions right now? It's just weird behavior.
Anyway.
And it was like, I feel like that's what added on to us even like now like hating LA even more and hating the situation that we were in, because it wasn't even just people in the house. Everybody who we encountered during that time, who we went out of our way to attempt to help and do things for, once it came time, bitch, all I need is one ride.
It was Wahala.
I'm on the side of the fucking road with mad luggage, my PC, like.
Guys, she called me from Massachusetts. I'm on the phone with our future landlord, just me and her living together, and they're telling me that we need to do wire transfer. I'm sitting here, I'm like, okay, bitch, what the fuck is a wire transfer? Okay, I'm figuring it out. Me and my mom are figuring it out. I'm going back and forth from the bank. I'm trying to figure out how to wire my money in the bank in Massachusetts to her money in the bank in Tennessee to now banking, and we're all trying to do this. She calls me on the phone. This bitch's shit is all over the fucking floor. Mad luggage on the floor, PC on the floor. In the middle of on damn near
basically
freeway.
Off the section of the freeway. Like the freeway is right here. I'm like on the side.
And basically it was like she took her shit off the storage unit and she had asked someone who she thought would help to get this shit that she took off the storage unit.
Mind you, I didn't ask for help originally. They said, what are you doing tomorrow? And I said, this is what I gotta do tomorrow. I gotta figure that shit out. They said, I got you. When it came time, you told me to shut the fuck up and never speak to you ever again. Basically, you just told me to shut the fuck up. I didn't even ask for your help to begin with. You decided to help. I hate asking people for help. Now after that, do you think I'm ever asking somebody for help ever again?
Like it's
fuck
like
no.
You told me you offered help. You offered a helping hand, and then you made me take my shit out of the storage unit, all of my shit. Guys, she called me, and it's just like she's on the freeway with all of our shit, and it was like, what the fuck are you doing to show me a situation? I said, yeah, you see, the devil. He's alive and he's walking on this earth.
In Los Angeles, California.
He's here, I promise. But yeah, basically, more of the fucking story is that we're actually genuinely happy right now. Would you say you're happy?
I think I'm happy.
I'm happy too. There's some bad days, like we obviously are gonna get sad some days. Obviously, that's just life. But the way life was lifing then is not the way life is lifing now.
Yeah.
Like that's just the.
That was just a really interesting situation to be put in. I can't even believe. Like it made me think like who raised you people into thinking this is like normal, okay behavior. None of this shit is normal. You guys all just moving like this shit is okay.
And it'd be cool if it's like we like if you do me crazy and then we come in and be like, oh sorry, yo bro, I realized I did you crazy. Like
okay. No, they just want to move and nothing happens.
Let's go get coffee.
Yeah, let's go to the club.
And
do what?
What? Are we gonna talk about it or are we just gonna act like shit's peaches and
I can't. I personally can't do it. Like I feel like you can see it on my face whenever I see these people. I'm like, there's just no way you think we're about to have a conversation right now. Like,
yo, people are crazy. I just can't believe. Oh, I have another egg. I forgot. I just can't believe I was that fucking depressed. When you really look back at it.
Yeah, you weren't eating at all.
Yeah, I was fucking. But that was more so me. I wasn't depressed about these fucking people. I was more so depressed about. I'm not even gonna say what I was depressed about because I'm not gonna give that person the fucking joy, but I was doing my own thing. But it wasn't like LA people are so fake and that's why I'm depressed. No, bitch.
That situation just didn't help.
Yeah, that situation just didn't help. But yeah, it just didn't help. But yeah, that unnecessary tangent we just went on. We're gonna move on to the next thing.
The next topic of discussion is how Stacey grew up with no sisters and how you basically Stacey didn't. I feel like I'm just fucking
No.
I feel like, so Stacy basically didn't grow up with any sisters. She only had 2 brothers growing up. I grew up with 5 sisters. And people who grow up with sisters a lot of times are like meaner to each other. They say shit that you probably shouldn't be saying. They share things all the time. And Stacy just like never did that growing up. So when she like became friends with girls who have math sisters, she was like, so this is what we do? Like this is how we're supposed to act? But yeah.
It's like when I watch her and her sisters, and then my friend has a couple sisters actually, and just like the way that you guys talk to each other, my feelings would get hurt sometimes. My feelings would get hurt. And my brothers are very much like, you know how boys are? They're kind of bitches. Like they're kind of just like, they just, not bitches, let me not do my brother like that, they're not bitches. But they just like don't, maybe it's just mine. They don't go out of their way to hurt my feelings. Like they don't say anything that's gonna hurt my feelings deliberately. They kind of also just do what I say to do in a respectful way though. So let's not call it bitches. They're just respectful gentlemen. But when I see girls, they just like kind of like bitch at each other. And then the thought of like sharing, being an only girl, I didn't have to share. So it was like, a part of my heart hurts when I have to share. Like right now, like I literally have to pray. I prayed at one point that I like give with a giving heart, because there's no way that I give the way, like sometimes it used to be like, no you can't. Or like I never used to tell people no. Like if somebody asked me for something, I never used to just straight up be like no, but I used to be like I'm gonna see, I'm gonna let you know, and I would never let them know. But now it's like I give, but it's like it's not my first nature to give, it's my second nature to give. Like I give with a giving heart, but it's still like, damn, I ain't got that shit no more. Like in my head, it's not deep. Like it's not deep at all. Like it's like, you have it, Stacey. Give it. Like even when I gave you the card rounds yesterday, I was like, I have so fucking many. Give her a whole stack. Just give it. It's fine. And it's like nothing in it's not even like I don't want to give it to you. And it's not like I'm greedy. I'm just not used to people taking my stuff or like asking me for my stuff. So when I give, a part of me is like, yeah, take it away. But it's like it's like this is a role. It's like I'm acting this role.
Take it away.
But then I see people like fucking my friend's sister. Her name's Rikia. She like just gives. Like ask her for anything. She just gives. She just like even Basha. They just be like, oh, you need shoes? Oh, here I have a pair. Oh, you need this? Oh yeah, over there, second drawer. Blah, blah. And then sometimes they'll ask me for stuff, and I'm like trying to get in the hang of it, of people just asking me for stuff.
Even when we were in Ohio.
Uh-huh.
I feel like you said something about when we were all getting ready in the house, and it was like, oh, you didn't have leggings to wear under your did I? And Hannah was like, I have leggings, and then she like gave you her leggings, and you were like,
I was so
I'm putting on your leggings now.
I was like, these were on your legs, now they're on my legs. I'm gonna give them back to you. You don't feel weird about them being on my legs before?
I've never ever thought about stuff like that. Like it's like, I just like I grew up like nothing was mine, especially because I have 5 sisters. I have 5 sisters and 3 brothers, and most of the girls in my family are tomboys. So now even the boys, we all share things. All of us wear the same. Like me and Abdahafa wear the same clothes. Me and Mejdo wear the same clothes. Like it's like nothing is yours. And my dad would even like constantly tell us growing up, like it's like Mejdo would buy herself something and put it in the fridge, and then one of us would take a bite out of it, and Mejdo would get mad. And my dad's like, if something is in this house under this roof, it does not fucking belong to you. It belongs to everybody else in this house. You can't bring something into this house and pretend it's only yours. But I think that's literally because I grew up with 8 siblings.
Me personally, I'm glad I'm learning though, and I can say I've learned. But it's like when people ask me for stuff, I still go through the thought process of like, should I really give it to this person? You know what? It ain't no harm to just. Oh, I almost choked on my fucking eye.
That's. I mean, I really had nothing else to say about that. I think it was like our interaction in Ohio when you were around all my sisters and all my cousins is when we clocked that you weren't like accustomed to like this kind of behavior. Sure. And also like the way like girls speak to each other. Like sisters, I will call my sister. You know, it's kind of bad also. I'll kind of just a little bit. Maybe we don't need to fucking do this. But like, I would just check the fuck out of my sister, or I'll be like, that looks fucking ugly as fuck, bitch. Take it off. Put this on. Like, bro. And that's how we all speak to each other.
And I remember what it was. You said something.
I told Medj the lipstick she was wearing was ugly, I think.
But you also said something to me. There was a day that we were here, me, her, and her brother. Do you remember?
Yes, your hair.
Yeah, there's something wrong with my hair. I didn't like. And the thing is, again, a part of me is like, this person is a person that loves me. She would never want me looking outside, like going outside looking crazy. So of course, if my hair looks crazy, she's gonna tell me my hair looks crazy, and I need to go back to the drawing board and fix that shit. And at the end of the day, every time she gives me constructive criticism, I end up feeling like a battered bitch outside. This is a formula that we've derived. But sometimes when it comes out, I'm just like, I literally had to tell her, like, lighten up just a little bit, because damn, I came out like, and she was like, those fucking Bantu nuts, those Bantu nuts.
I'm so sorry. I literally, how am I supposed to say something that looks bad but make it sound nice? It's still something I'm working on to this day. Like, I can't even figure out how to say that. Like, it's like, I'm just so used to the way me and my sisters have always spoken to, even my cousins. Like, my cousin, this is still low key if you're watching this bitch, that still rubbed me the wrong way. But she was like, you know what? Should I even share this? Why not? Honestly, one of my cousins was like, damn, literally your ass got flat. And I'm just like, that wasn't even needed right now. You didn't have to fucking say that to me. But did it make me go and now eat some more and work out? Yes.
Did your ass get fatter?
Yes.
So
but you didn't have to say that to me.
I literally was just like, I can't take anymore. So I had to tell her, I was like, just lighten up just a tad.
I'm still working on it.
Because if it wasn't even like, tell me if I look crazy, bro. Because if you let me go outside looking crazy,
I will. There's no way I'm gonna let you go outside looking stupid. Like, there's just no fucking way.
No, I definitely will. I think I need to work on just taking it. Like, there's sometimes, like, I watch, like, again, those two sisters that I was just talking about. One of them will tell the other one when they look a mess. And the other one does not take any harm to, like, they don't, like, cry about it. But I'm so fucking sensitive. Like, actually, I just told her, like, just say it a little bit nicer, because I don't know how many more of these I can take. I'm gonna start crying. But they just be like, oh, no, babe. Oh no, that looks bad. I should change? Yeah, definitely. Okay, they just go change. I look at them like, damn!
I was at home the other day and I came downstairs and I like did some really extra ass like goth makeup, and my sister was like, that is not cute at all. I'm so sorry. No, you go back and fix that. And I was like, and you let me conceal this up real quick. Like, I was like, okay, it was bad, I guess. But I mean, it didn't hurt my feelings. Like, I was just like,
I think I need to toughen my skin up just a tad. Like, I think I just need, and also that week I think I was on my period. Like, I was really like, I need to toughen my skin up for real. Because honestly, I was doing a video the other day and I did my makeup in the car, and I'm about to post it on TikTok. But I just, you know when you just fill in your eyebrows crazy and then you cut them up with concealer, like you shape them with concealer?
Yeah.
I just put on the eyebrows crazy first without cutting them up, and I looked at my brother and I said, are my eyebrows flea? And he said, yeah, they're flea.
That nigga lied to your fucking face.
And I said, you're a fucking liar. And then the other day I did my makeup like how I did it for prom, and if you know, you know. I did a shit job for prom. Like, I did a terrible job. I thought I did a great job, but I didn't. I called my dad on the phone. This man said, I look great.
I literally heard him say that, and I was like, why did he just lie to you like that?
I said, there's no way. So all my life, I've been growing up around three men that just tell me I look good even though I don't look good. So when I encounter people who tell me that I don't look good when I actually don't look good, I need to fix some shit, I don't know how to handle it. So I think that's just me needing to fix that shit about myself. Grow some skin. Grow some fucking balls, bitch. Yeah. That's just crazy. Growing up with sisters is a different realm. I personally don't want it. I don't. I'm glad I have just brothers, but.
I remember one time I even Mejda FaceTimed me and she was like, I got this new lipstick, and I said, that is not for your fucking shade, bitch. Take that off. And you were like, Layla. And I was like, and if she goes outside now looking like this, that is not for her. She looks bad. Like, that did not look cute at all. Please. A different shade would do you better right now. And she did. She took it off and she went and bought a different shade. And now she didn't go outside looking like Boo Boo the fucking fool.
Yeah, that.
Wow, there's a lot of stuff in here about East African men.
Let's give them a rest this week. Let's give them a rest this week.
Oh, me and Stacey actually were talking about how, I don't remember when it was for you, but at some point you were like, I'm not crying anymore. Like, you tried to like not cry. For me, so basically what happened was, every time my parents would even just slightly, my parents did not used to beat on me as a kid. Let's just fucking, like, my mom used to pinch me if I did something wrong, but my parents never used to hit me. My dad, we used to beat the boys, but it's like, that's like normal, I feel like. I mean, if you guys disagree, I just feel like the father should, my dad just would never hit his girls, so I just never grew up getting beat on, basically. And
I got beat the fuck up. I'm just kidding. Not the fuck up, but I definitely got beat. But
so every time my dad would like raise his voice at me, I would just start fucking crying like a bitch. I would just start sobbing. My dad's gonna be like, now look at you. I didn't even say anything, and you're already fucking crying. And he would say it so much, like it got to the point where I was like, all right, so basically you're calling me a fucking bitch now. So now I'm not crying no more. So every time he would like, I would do something dumb or I would do something wrong, and he would try to like yell at me and tell me like that needs to fucking stop. I'd be like,
I'm not crying.
I'm not crying. I'm not crying. And then the second I would walk away.
Could cry?
Yeah, but I refused to cry in front of him.
No, that for me was like I didn't cry. And it was never even like crying private. It was like didn't cry.
It was like I was holding the tears in my eyes until he walked away.
I remember when I was a kid, I used to cry a lot. Like a lot. I used to cry when things were good, when things were bad, when things like when someone said something to me. It was just like I was a crybaby. I really was a bitch. And one day, my older brother looked at me and he said that you cry all the time. Like, you never stop crying. Like, he just, like, bursted out and told me that. And I looked at him and I was like, and so what the fuck? Again, ain't nobody told me nothing. I'm thinking I'm a normal, like, I'm just a kid. I'm just a kid. Like, I'm supposed to cry. Like, I didn't know it was a problem. I didn't know everybody felt this way. Like, when he said it, I looked at him, I said, wow. And for that, I'm never crying again. And I promise you, that whole year, I didn't cry. That whole year, I did not cry. It doesn't matter who was yelling at me, who was beating me, who was nothing. I was not crying for shit because there's no way you're going to get me to be a crybaby. Now I feel like I cry a lot. I cry a lot. Bro, I can cry when watching a movie. I can cry when I see as soon as I see somebody else cry. If you start crying right now, I'll cry. Promise. If you ask, like, if I see, I saw this, bro, I'm not even gonna get into it. I'm just a bitch. I cry. I cry a lot. But like I don't ever cry in front of people. Like I think that one situation where my brother told me that I cry too much made me not want to cry in front of people. And if you find me crying in front of you, just know things have gotten really, really bad in this head of mine. Because for me not to be able to control these tear glands, yeah. And every single time I start to tear in front of people, I'm like, yo, you're a bitch!
You know what you do? Every time you almost cried in front of me, you're like you get mad at yourself, and I'm like, it's okay. It's alright.
I hate crying in front of people now. Like, I used to be such an emotional, like, but I'm glad I'm not like that, though. Because sometimes when people cry in front of me, I'm just like when people are just like,
shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
What do you want me to do?
But you know what? I remember you said that me saying that made you feel like you couldn't cry in front of me. Like, I said, I don't fucking cry. Like, I think people cry are fucking whiny. It's not like that. Like, I feel like whenever I ever see you almost crying, it's like on some real ass shit. Like, it's like something really just happened and it makes sense for you to be crying right now. But there's some people where it's just like, shut the fuck up, bitch. We don't need to cry every fucking... I went to school with this girl and it was like, she was always crying. And it was like, at least have some decency and go hide, bitch. Go in the bathroom, go in the stall, muffle your tears. Why are you loudly crying in front of everybody right now because you fucking got a 94 on your math test? I should slap you, bitch. I should fucking slap. And I remember this same bitch, this is looking off topic. This same bitch, I used to get bullied in middle school, and I told the counselor one time, and the counselor called me and the other girl who were getting bullied into the room and called all the kids who were bullying us into a room and said that we were going to talk about it. I said, why are we talking about this right now? Like, I just wanted to fucking tell you that was it. But we're all in the room. This bitch who's constantly crying is in the room with us for some fucking reason. And she's crying, talking about, I think we should all just apologize to each other. And I'm looking at her like, what the fuck does guy do with you? And she was claiming to have been bullied by the kids who were bullying me. Mind you, we're all in class together. Not once did they ever fucking say shit to you, bitch. Like, it was like another moment of her wanting attention.
How do I make this about me?
Yeah, how do I make this about me? And she's crying. And now she's apologized for God knows what to the kids who were bullying me. Now I'm being told I gotta apologize to them too. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going... What are we doing right now? It just doesn't make any fucking sense. And I just... Ever since then, people who just cry all the time, I'm like... And if I throw a book at you, now what? Now what the fuck are we doing, bitch? Shut the fuck up.
I can't when people cry. I don't know. And I feel like also I have a lot of, like, non-emotional friends. Like, friends that, like... that, like, you can say you love them and they won't say it back. Or, like, you can hug them and they won't hug you back. And, like, it's not just you. It's, like, I feel like I have a lot. And it's, like... When you're an emotional person around a lot of non-emotional people, you feel the need to be non-emotional too. Because it's like, I'm not about to put you in that uncomfortable situation to sit here and watch me be a crybaby and like you don't even know. Like I don't even want to, I don't want it to be like, oh. Like I'd rather just ignore the whole situation. That's really how I look at it. The other day I was crying in front of Basha and she was just, we were drunk though. So like it was less awkward, but it was like I started crying. And she was just like, no, you're not about to let that go. No. And then I was like, I started to move move on with life.
No, she told you to stop.
I feel like if it was her, I would have been like, oh, what are you feeling? What's making it? Like, what's making you get to this point of emotional distress? Like, I'm an emotional ass bitch, yo. I'm so emotional. I saw this girl was making a video on TikTok and she was talking about how being emotional is like a superpower. Like, don't make anybody make you feel bad about it. So whenever I cry now, I'm just like, and this is my superpower. Some people can't do this crying thing that I'm doing right now. So it's my superpower.
Okay.
Troy said, I don't fucking even think your superpower is cool.
Yeah, me personally, I don't want that superpower. That made me think of something. Oh, you know what? You saying that you're like, your brothers would just like straight like lie to you and tell you like, no, this looks good, even though it didn't. Made me think about the fact that growing up, I feel like I grew up in a very violent household, and you grew up in a very like loving, everybody say I love you before you go to bed, like household. Like that's all. Oh my god, that shit makes me wanna. That shit makes me wanna fucking throw up. Cause I grew up in a house where it's like, I promise you, like one time my brother called me and he said it to me. I can't even fucking repeat that shit. And he said it to me, and then I was like, "Are you about to kill yourself? What the fuck? What's going on? Why did you say that to me?" And I remember even one time Mejda texted it to me, and I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, why did you just fucking say that shit to me?" And Stacey's like, "It's okay that she said that to you," and I'm like, "No, she's about to do something that she's not actually." Mind you, Mejda was just saying it because I think my brother told her that she needed to say it to me because we got into an argument. Like, we yelled at each other.
Oh, you're saying you know, the whole time I'm confused to what you're talking about. You mean I love you?
Yes.
Bitch, when you said say it to me, they were about to say it to me, I was like, what is this phrase that cannot be said?
I can't!
I want to kill myself. I thought that was the phrase.
Shit makes me want to throw up.
The phrase is I love you, y'all. That's the phrase that she's talking about. That when her sister texted to her, she thought, what's wrong with my sister? She's about to do something that she's not supposed to. Like, she's not going to kill herself. She just wants to say she loves you.
I mean, but she only said it because Halford made her say it to me because we got into an argument. Mind you, me and Mejda, I feel like a lot of sisters are like, they argue and then they dead won't fucking speak to each other. I have like some family members, where the sisters will argue with each other and it's like, fuck you, bitch. And they won't talk to each other for months. And I'm just like, it is never that fucking deep for you to not talk to her for months after that. Me and Mejda will beat the brakes off of each other and then go get ice cream like 30 minutes later. And it's like perfectly fucking fine. But that is not something that I'm gonna ever say. Or maybe, you know what? Let me not say that. Hopefully one day I can reach a time or a point in my life where I feel comfortable saying those things.
I hope you do. Guys,
it just feels mad corny to me.
My family, before like if I watch. Please watch. Hello. Hi.
Hi.
What are you doing?
Just random shit. I got work right there.
Oh, okay.
I got my year.
Okay. I just wanted to say that I love you.
I love you too.
Like, did you see how he was like about to cry?
Yeah, he got excited.
And he got so excited. Like, if I go up to him or any of my brothers and I just like give him a hug, they'll be like, "You're just a wonderful sibling. Like, I love you, and you're an addition to my life." And then my dad, one time when I was like 15, I walked up the stairs after being out all day. I walked up the stairs and went to my bed, and I started talking on the phone to my friends who I was just with. My dad called me down those fucking stairs, and he said, "For you to take your ass to bed before giving us all a hug, a kiss, and saying you love us, who are we to you, trash? Or what?" And I was like, you know what? And you're not wrong. And come in. Bring it in.
What?
I love, y'all. Everybody love.
That shit is, but you know what? I feel like I grew up that way because of the way my parents are. But as my parents went through every child, and we all got older, the younger ones, our parents have become a lot more soft on them. So Isra and Yusra, the twins, the youngest, are 13 years old, they be trying to hug me, and I'm like, I be grabbing their head like, please don't fucking, get the fuck away from me, bitch. Why are you trying to hug me right now? Like, and they're like, and my brother half it tries to normalize it now. It's like, you are 20 years too late and 30 years too late on your fucking self. There's no way you think about to fucking hug right now. Get the fuck off me. Get off me.
You're 20 years too late and 30 years too late on your fucking self.
What? Dude, whenever I come home from the airport, he tries to hug me, I'm just gonna like, let go of him.
Bro, they're just so fun. Her brother, like, it's like he's just normal. Like, it's just like when I see him, it's just like, yo, what up? We hug, it's done. Even her, bro, when I come home after not seeing her for like a month, we just walk and look at each other. Like, it's just like, hi. Okay, that's the introduction. That's it.
It feels so awkward. Like, it's like,
And I have to just sit here and pretend like I don't. Like, I'm the type of person, if I walk into a room full of people I don't know, I hug everybody. She is not. So when I walk in, I just have to be like in my head, I want to just give her a hug and be like, I missed you. How have you been? But I just act like it's just, like, this is
But be honest, every time you've ever hugged, hasn't it been extremely awkward?
Because of you! Because you overthink it. Even, bro, one time her little brother came to come visit us. Guys, I saw him at our front door, and this is the first time I'm meeting this man. I opened the door. My automatic first instinct is, hello, welcome to my humble abode, hug. The way this man's body language was, I was like, I've never... What is happening in this house? He looked so like... like, and then her older brother was like, yo, what's good with you? Like, and he was looking at him like, wait, what did I do wrong? Like, no, just everybody's going upstairs, I'm telling you.
It's just, I don't know, we're just like that. But you know, with Ibrahim specifically, he's a very religious boy. Ibrahim will not hug a girl. Like, not only is it awkward, but he's also like, that's haram, I'm not doing that. Like, he's also like that.
Okay, so and that is also a thing. When I go, like when we went to Ohio to go to what she took me to a Somali wedding, I was very much not doing the whole huggy thing because I was like, this is a whole nother religion that I'm not supposed to be hugging niggas in this religion. So I was like, whatever. But even the way he just like when I opened the door, he walked past me and like ran with his suitcase, he's like head down, like it was like hello.
Ibrahim's a very awkward boy, but all of us are just like, it's like, what the fuck? Like, it's, I don't know, it's just not how we are. And I remember like I tried to talk to my dad about it because she brought it up, and then my dad called me, and you heard him. He was like, we're just not a household where we say that, but we do it in our actions. Like, we show that we do feel that way. Like, whenever I wake up and I make you breakfast, or like I wash the dishes because they were dirty, like, it's like, I'm trying to show that I care for you. Don't fucking ask me to say that. I just feel so corny.
The thing is, if there's somebody who I've met that shows that they love me, it's Layla. But to open her mouth and say it, it will never happen. But I'll never ask her to say it because, like, I know that makes her uncomfortable. And two, she already shows the way that she acts. So it's like, we can agree to disagree.
Well,
just love, man.
Let's see. Somebody said to talk about, in the comment section, they said talk about a night out gone wrong. I can't think of anything right now. Do you want to let that simmer and then we come back to it?
Yeah. Or we can talk about the what we're talking about online. Where the girl was sitting on my lap.
Oh my god. You know what's crazy? That was just in my brain right now. Yeah. This story, bro.
This is like the first and last time me and Layla have ever like.
But to me, it really did not feel like an argument. Like, you were under the influence, so when you were like arguing with me, I was just looking at you like, we're not about to argue right now. This doesn't make any sense. You're not about to understand what I'm trying to tell you, and I'm not understanding anything you're saying right now. So we're gonna leave this alone. Like, and I remember just being like, can I just have my key, please? Because I'm gonna go over there. Like, because you were like, I'm leaving, and I was like, well, I don't want to leave yet. And so I took my key from you. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Basically, we were like at this like house party, and in the house party there was a guy in the room who had like, he like tattoos people in the room, and we were hanging out with him. We were in his room. I don't even know why we ended up in there. I think they were like clearing people out or some shit. We basically ended up in this nigga's room, and he's doing tattoos on people. This 50-year-old woman shows up to this fucking party full of like 18 to 22, 23-year-olds. Like, what the fuck are you doing here? I'm so confused. And she has a whole bottle of liquor in her hand, and there was like no seats left. So Stacy was like, that's okay, you can sit on my lap. So the girl sits on Stacy's lap. Stacy's like, so like, what do you do? Like, how many kids do you have? Like, oh, you have 5 kids. Like, how's that like? Like, do you think being a mom is hard? Like, they're just having like a regular ass conversation. Me, I'm aware that, remember how there was, is this even a bad thing to say right now?
What?
Remember how there was like a point where you were like realizing sometimes I get too aggressive when I drink?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you don't drink.
No, you.
Yeah.
So I, ever since that Stacy told me that, I would try to like watch her when she drinks, because I'm like, I don't want her to get aggressive and not realize that this person that she's being aggressive with is, they want to actually fight her right now, and she's not even clocking that right now because she's under the influence. So I'm trying to watch Stacey as she's talking to this lady who's sitting on her fucking lap, mind you, and this fucking boy keeps getting in my face trying to talk to me, and I literally keep like pushing his face away, and I'm like, I'm listening to this conversation right now. He goes, so like, what do you do? Okay, so how many followers do you have? And I'm like, move out of my fucking face, bitch. I'm trying to listen to this fucking, because I'm starting to hear you making that joke of, she was like, so how do you two know each other? So me and Stacy, that's what lady asked her.
But every single time people ask us in public, how do we know each other, or what do we do, or anything like that, we don't like to talk about it for real. Yeah. We don't like to be like, oh, content creators or like anything like that. So we just like be like, oh, she goes to UCLA and I don't do anything, and so like we just make up stories. So when the lady asked me how I know her, I was like, yeah, she goes to school. I don't go to school. I bum off her. Like she's my roommate. I just bum off her. Like her parents, she has money, and so I just live with her, and she pays all the bills, and I bum off her, which is not fucking true. And when Layla hears the conversation, Layla's like. The lady's like, do you hear what she's saying about you? And then Layla's looking at her like, yeah, like she bummed off me. Like I definitely get bummed off. Like she's playing into it too because I'm playing into it. Both of us are kikiing and we're laughing about it. This shorty on my lap, it's not.
She started like coming at Stacy's neck on my behalf.
Yeah, like wanted to fight me on Layla's behalf. And she's like,
I don't even know if you clocked that. Like I think no. It wasn't even in the moment when she first started coming at you. You didn't even realize she was coming at you.
I didn't.
Like you were still going on about the joke, and then I started telling her like, "Bro, relax. Like, why are you coming at her right now? Like, relax." I started telling the lady to relax, and then there was a point where you started to realize she was actually being aggressive with you, so you tried to record her.
And whenever anybody tries to be aggressive with me, or whenever anybody, if you ever come at me sideways, just know I have a video of it or a voice recording.
And Stacey be mad slick with it, but it was like the one time where Shorty had the flash on.
I didn't.
On her phone.
The flash was on and I was recording her.
And you were like this. With the flash, like...
But she wouldn't have noticed. She wouldn't have noticed if it wasn't for the flash.
Yeah, she would not.
But because when she started looking at me and saying, like, why are you recording me? I was literally like...
I'm not recording
you. Like, what are you talking about? And so I thought it was just, like, the angle that was in slick. Whole time after the whole entire night had, like, finished, they told me that my flash was on. And I was literally like, oh my God. That is embarrassing.
Yeah. So then the lady starts, like, putting her hand in Stacey's face. Like I don't even remember what the fuck she was saying, but she was just doing too fucking much. And so then I stand up and I'm telling her to relax, and I'm telling Stacey, I said, you know what, Stacey, this bitch is doing too fucking much. You gotta go. Nah, we finna leave. We gotta go. And I tried to make it seem like as much as possible to clear that like I'm removing Stacey because you're doing too much, and one of us is gonna slap the fuck out of me. Like I tried to make it very clear because I was already like the second she started yelling at Stacey, my first thought was either I remove Stacey or I stand up and clock this bitch right now. Like that's all I was thinking. And I was like, should I hit her in the face? Or should I just remove Stacey and we go outside and talk about this? Like, what should I do? And I was like, this is a 50-year-old woman. I'm 21 years old. Like, it's not worth it. I'm probably going to get arrested. Let's just remove Stacey from the situation. So I'm like, Stacey, honestly, the bitch is too fucking much. Let's go. We can leave. And Stacey thinks I'm telling Stacey she's doing too much. But that's not what I was saying at all. But she's not, none of us are like, and I can't sit there and try to explain to you.
Because then it's just the whole, your plot's out the window.
Yeah.
But like, basically, my issue with Layla at the end of the night was like, I don't want to seem like no bitch, like being pulled out this fucking room. So if you make me seem like I'm a bitch, like I'm scared to fight her, or like I'm doing too much, that's when we're gonna have a problem. And Layla was just like, I swear, bro, like this is literally how we ended the argument. I swear, bro, you did not look like a bitch. Yeah, I didn't look like no bitch. No, you didn't look like no bitch. I didn't look like I was doing too much. No, bro. The way that I pulled you out was good. Like, and then the person who was doing tattoos, like the person who owned the room, was like, y'all are good. Like you guys want to come back in? Like yo, and we're just like no, and then we were fine. Like
honestly, I was shaking in that moment because all I was thinking was, if this escalates, Stacey is drunk. She cannot fight this woman. I'm going to have to fight this 50-year-old woman. Like that's all I was thinking in the moment. Not that I was scared of her. She was doing it, and I could see it in her eyes. Like that when I stood up is because it was like she was excited that Stacey was like kind of bucking at her. Like it was like, I'm gonna fight this bitch. Like she was excited to fight Stacey, and now she's like swinging her fucking liquor bottle around, and I'm like, you're doing too fucking much, and I don't like how excited you look at the fact that you're about to hit Stacey.
And why are you at a party with 20-year-olds? You're 50. And why'd you come with Casamigos if you just came to get a tattoo? What were you doing? What are you doing?
The bitch was a fucking weirdo.
With her fucking fanny pack and her fucking orange top and her orange pants and the orange shoes, the orange shoelaces. Fuck out of here.
The bitch was fucking weird, and I remember like going outside, and you were like, just like, you made me look like a bitch later, and I'm like, no, I didn't. I swear I didn't know.
Hey, mind you guys, I'm not a fighter, bro. I am not no fucking fighter. So, but like, I care. I don't even know, bro. I'm not a fighter. I'm not. So even if the shorty were to start fighting me, I probably would have been like, yo, choose peace, not violence. But like, me leaving that room, I was just like, yo, did I look like a bitch? Did I look like a fucking bitch?
I promise you did not look like no fucking bitch.
And I was drunk, boy. If I was sober, I wouldn't.
And I said to the woman, I said, you're doing too fucking much. Stacey, me and you can go. Let's leave. I don't even want to fucking be here no more, bitch. You're doing too fucking much. That's literally what I said. I was like, so we can really leave. And you know what's crazy? If it did escalate, I was sitting kind of behind the woman. So I already have the upper hand on you, bitch. I will grab you by the back of your fucking head and drag you out of that fucking chair, bitch.
Honestly, guys, we were both doing too much. If I wasn't drunk or whatever,
I'm always doing too much, though. when it comes to drama and beef, I'm always doing too much.
Even the woman, I think the both that I was saying were doing too much were me and that lady. Like, yeah, she was doing too much, but like, if I had never had, like, if I didn't drink as much as I drank, I would have been more conscious of the fact that this bitch is a crazy person. You at least get off my lap.
And she also was doing too much because it's like she wanted an excuse to fight somebody that night. Like, that's like she just wanted a funny story to tell at the end of the night. Yeah. Like, that's what it was giving.
And you're fighting me on my lap?
You're sitting on my lap. Please.
Get the fuck. I'm not gonna wash these fucking pants, dirty bitch. Anyway, next.
How did we get on that topic?
I don't even remember. I do not.
Oh, a night out gone right. That's why we talked about that. Oh, you know what's crazy though? After that, we left and went to this other spot, and this guy, Stacy, walked away to go like get a drink or something. I don't even know. But this guy like walks up to me and like tries to touch me, and so I literally grabbed his hand, removed his hand off me, and I said, "Don't do that." And I turned around. He's like, "Excuse me?" I said, "What the fuck do you mean, excuse me?" He literally grabs me again, and I'm like grabbing his hands. I'm like, "What the fuck? What do you, get off me? What the fuck is your problem?" And so I knew a bunch of guys, so I go around and I hide behind all the guys that I knew because I was like, why is this nigga trying to grab me right now? Like, I'm so fucking confused. This nigga looks in between all the guys and puts his hand in between. This is the same night, mind you. We just barely got by fighting this old ass woman. Now this man is like reaching through everybody to grab me. And so all the guys like clock what's happening, and so they push him. They're like, "What the fuck is your problem? What the fuck are you doing?" And he was like,
Yeah, you're gonna have to remember. I didn't want to tell you, but it was overheating. We're back. The camera shut off because it overheated, as usual. It's gonna happen every episode. But
as I was saying,
and my eyebrows are actually done as well because I'm gonna have somewhere to be, places to be. So don't. Okay.
Basically, as I was saying, the man reaches through everybody, tries to grab me. The guys are like telling him, "Bro, you need to fucking relax. She doesn't want you, so leave her alone. Like, she's not trying to talk to you right now." And he tells them, "I'll slap the fuck out of any one of you guys." And they're like, "No, the fuck you won't." And this man slaps the absolute fuck out of one of the guys who was defending me. I didn't even know what the fuck to say. He slapped him so hard, he fell over onto a girl. The girl fell onto me, and there was like a whole table.
Oh, I remember this.
There was a whole table.
But I was like, the whole time I was like, what? And when did this happen? I was in the other side of the club.
Yeah. Basically, I fall over. The girl hits the table. Every bottle falls onto the floor, spills all over the floor, and I'm standing there like, there is just no fucking way. So then all the guys get mad and they start jumping this nigga on the dance floor. And I'm hearing the DJ going like, "Nah, back up, security. And I'm just watching like, this nigga's getting beat the fuck up right now because, technically because of me, but it's also like, why the fuck did you keep trying to fucking grab me? And like security had to like grab him and pull him out, but then they were like, "No, you gotta take everybody out who was involved." And then they pulled me to the side and they were like, "Who was defending you? Who was bothering you? So we know who could be allowed back into the club." And I was like, this is a fucking lie. And then Stacy comes back with her fucking drink and she's like, and I'm like, "Are you not seeing the liquor on the floor?"
I'm dancing, I'm walking in. Guys, the liquor it was like I left and the place was put together. I came back, I said, I didn't, nothing in my head really told me, like, I could see the liquor was all over the floor. Bottles were cracked, tables were toppled over. Yeah. People are covered in liquor and they're sweating, they look mad. And I was just like, nobody told me that.
And I literally said that to Stacey would not believe what the fuck just happened. I can't believe you just missed that. And she's like, what happened? She's still dancing. And I'm like, you don't see what's happening behind her on the dance floor? There's a man being dragged across the floor out of the fucking building. She's not even clocking this shit.
Yeah.
Shit was truly fucking crazy. We ended up having to go home after that. It was just too fucking much. But that was technically a night out gone wrong. Let's see what else we could talk about.
There was one that you told me was on there, and like you're not gonna tell me specifically, and then like you wanted to be like catching my genuine reaction. Now I actually want to know what it was. If it's too much pressure, babe, maybe I'm not the one for you, baby. If you got a question me, babe, think of all left done for you, babe.
I don't remember which one it was. There's a lot on here.
Give me something funny, like something funny that I can talk about because I'm feeling funny right now. Like, don't make it like too serious, like, or something like a little bit lighthearted. Oh fuck. Let me get my makeup brushes. Hold on.
Okay, while you do that, I'm gonna talk about the time I put my little in the GameCube.
Oh yeah, this crazy bitch. And explain what that shit is too.
Okay, so
explain that it's fucking sticky as fuck.
If you aren't Somali, you don't know what malawah is. Yeah, you don't know what malawah is. Malawah is basically like an East African crepe It's way better than a fucking crepe. I don't even know where crepes originated, but malawah is 10 times fucking better than a crepe. But basically, it's oily, it's greasy. Sometimes you can put fruits in it. Sometimes you can eat it with like... Malawah is like a crepe. Malawah?
Oh, you know what I thought?
What?
That you put halwa.
No! That would have been crazy.
I thought you put halwa. That's why I was like... When you started saying it's better than a crepe, I was like... Bitch, halwa is not a crepe, but...
Okay, halwa is basically like... It's just a dessert. It's like... It's just mad sugar, oil, water, and it's like mixed together with like nutmeg and tea. So it's like chai flavored. It's like jello. It's warm. It's sticky. It's gooey. That's what halwa is. Malwa is like a crepe, but it's like Somalis are fucking nasty. We're like the most sugar loving, greasy loving people. I feel like out of East Africa. Like I feel like everything we eat is just so like unfucking healthy. But anyways, you guys know what a GameCube is? It's like a PS4 or like a Xbox, but it's a GameCube. And I remember growing up with two older brothers and an older sister. My older sister was like a tomboy because we had two older brothers. And they would always play video games on the GameCube, on the Nintendo. They had this like car toy, like this big ass car toy that you control with like a remote. And they would never fucking let me touch anything. They would even chase me around with this car toy. And they would just bitch me in this fucking house all the fucking time. And I remember one day I tried to play on the GameCube and nobody was letting me. So the second everybody walked in from the GameCube, went into the kitchen, my mom was like making fresh malawah. So the shit had like fresh grease on it, bro. Took the malawah off of the plate.
It would have hit more if it was the other one.
Halwa? No, there was no fixing that. My dad got it fixed. Took the malawah, goes to the GameCube, pop that shit open where the CD goes, folded the malawah nice, put it in there, closed it, and turned that bitch on.
Turning it on is where you went left. Turning it on is where you became officially a crazy bitch. Guys, imagine your sister putting a fucking crepe in your gaming setup. And then turning it on, like where she put it in where the CD goes. She put this circular crepe in where the circular CD goes, shut it and put it on. And you know CDs inside gaming systems spin? Mm-hmm. That malwa was in there spinning, and it was like, I can't read this shit.
Yeah, I remember my brothers opening up the thing and just thinking like, what the fuck? Like they were so fucking mad. I was looking at them like, and that's what you fucking get, bitch. And my parents never yelled at me because I was the youngest at the time. So... And I was one of the girls, so my dad wasn't gonna fucking yell at me. Then there was another time where they got it fixed, and it's like, you don't make the same mistake twice, guys. Why would you not let me play with it the first time? And you saw what the fuck I did. Now that the GameCube has been fixed, why are you doing it to me again? So that time I put a warm chocolate chip cookie in that bitch and turned it on again. Don't fucking piss me off.
I wonder if they remember this.
I feel like they don't. Should I ask them if they remember? Should I call them?
Ask them.
Me and Stacey wanted to ask you a question. Okay, technically you're on camera right now. Do y'all see this nigga, bro?
Hey, stop calling me that.
Anyways, do you remember when we were younger and you used to have a GameCube and you guys pissed me? Oh, Mesh is here too. You guys pissed me off and I put malawah in the GameCube and turned it on?
Yeah.
You put cereal in it.
I put cereal in it?
She's a menace. She's a menace.
It closed it.
Yo, Stacy, we wouldn't let her play because she was a baby, bro. And then this nigga put cereal one time and then malawah the next time.
And a cookie.
I put a cookie in it one time.
Huh?
I put a cookie in it one time too.
Yeah, you did a lot, bro. Look at him.
And you see how she's proud? She's saying it with her chest.
Hi, Stacy.
Hello.
Look at you. Look at you. Beating your face.
Period. I thought he was going to say something
I
disrespectful.
thought you were gonna call you a bitch. Say hello to the camera though.
Ow.
Huh?
Say hello.
What's up? What's up, y'all?
Alright, you're fucking ugly. Okay, that's it.
Howdy, y'all.
Okay, bye. That's it. Bye.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm glad they remember.
Cereal?
With milk, you think?
I feel like it was definitely with milk.
You're crazy, bro. I was telling her how that those things kind of like affect her parents more than they affect her siblings. Their parents had to pay for it to get fixed, but in her head, she definitely did a damn do.
I don't give a shit. My dad, sorry to say, my dad could afford to fix it. So I'm not really tripping, but it's also like, I was like daddy's little girl at the time. Like I could do anything and nobody gave a fuck. Like I was not getting in trouble.
I would put you inside the fucking game too.
Oh my god, do you hear that? Stacey told me, this is another topic. Stacey told me that she used to be terrified of jailbreaking her phone and getting illegal music because she thought the government was gonna come to her house.
Guys, it was real life. It was real fucking life. If you know me, you know I look like a raccoon. in this. Anyway, if you know me, you know I'm a very, very secretive person. Like, I'm a secretive person. I don't like people knowing too much about my business. I like to keep my mouth shut, even though my life and whatever, it low-key is me telling my life on camera. But you guys will, like, I'll be with people and they think I told them a lot. Like, they think they know a lot about my life. In reality, they don't. And when I was a kid, I remember I got an email for the first time, and I remember I told my parents, I was like, I do not want an email. An email? I don't want an email. And they were
so
like,
they can find me?
Yeah, so they can fucking find me? No, I don't want no email. And my parents basically telling me, like, to apply to college and everything, you're gonna need an email. Like, you're gonna need one. This was when I was like 15. They're like, eventually in your life, you're gonna get an email, so might as well get one now. So I was like, damn, okay, whatever, I'll get one. And I was like, only you guys are gonna have my email. And I remember when they were asking me for my email, like, American Eagle, I was like, and what do you want my email?
What are you gonna do with my fucking email?
The fuck? And so I used to be so, like, hyper, like social media. I never used to have social media. I got social media. I got my first social media in 2018 when I was 18. And it was...
That is really fucking crazy.
Yeah. And I got, Movie Star Planet? If you guys know Movie Star Planet, it's like this, like, online gaming, like, it's like for little ass kids, like, and you, like, build a life on there and you can pick. I don't even know what the fuck it is. I didn't really get into it because my cousin convinced me to get Movie Star Planet, and I was looking at her like, yo, Movie Star Planet is like dangerous, low key. Like, you're telling me that there's a bunch of characters on this thing that are controlled by people like us. Like, we're people controlling these characters. So other people are, what if there's a grown ass man on the other side of the screen who's pretending to be a little ass girl? What if,
Why were you even thinking that fucking
Because
far?
you never know. You see these bitches online when they say, oh, so-and-so got kidnapped, so-and-so got abducted.
Okay, as long as you're not giving them
me.
your address or meeting them, I don't see the problem.
Could never be me. Kids are stupid. Kids are so dumb, bro. But I was never dumb, bro. I was born and
couldn't be me. I was just never dumb like other fucking children. I was
Yeah.
just the smartest fucking.
Yeah. I was born intelligent. I was born with the IQ of broke the scale. But I was just like, I could not. So I was scared of like jailbreaking my phone too, because I was like, what the fuck does that mean? If the government doesn't want us to have these, if the government wants us to pay for music, why are we not paying for music? Why are we going through jailbreak? Like, I used to just be so like confused. So then I remember when I went on my 8th grade field trip to like Washington DC, like it was like a 5-day trip. My parents finally got me a phone. I was like 15, 16. They finally got me a phone, and then I bought one song on it. It was Jay-Z and Rihanna, Run This Town. So if you ask me to run that shit back and rap it for you, oh, I got it. I'll scatter the beat real quick. Wiki. Don't worry.
Wait, start.
We are, and I said that we are, this is Rock Nation, pledge to allegiance. Guys, for the whole entire ride to Washington, D.C. from Massachusetts, it's like an 8-hour drive, I was listening to that song on repeat. And those 5 days on that trip, I was listening to that song on repeat because I was too scared to make my brother jailbreak.
Mind you, I jailbroke my iPod the second I got that shit, and I had like 3 gajillion songs in that shit.
You jailbroke it yourself?
My brother used to, I hate to fucking put this nigga on blast like this, but you know what, everybody already knows. My brother used to like find phones or steal phones, jailbreak them, and then resell them. And so he knew how to jailbreak anything, even a computer. He could like make it so it's like clean, like you could use it now. So he jailbroke all of our phones, all of our iPods for us. We had mad music on there that was all illegal. I remember being in the 4th grade and getting like an iPod or some shit and finding out Bruno Mars existed. I've been a slut for that man ever fucking since. And that was when I first found out Bruno Mars existed. But I just think it's crazy, like, I had social media in the 6th grade. Me and you are 1 year apart. You didn't start until you were 18 years old.
Yep. And now it's my job. That's really crazy. I started social media. I started even just having social media in 2018. I didn't make videos. I was even scared of putting pictures out there, putting videos out there. I was like, the government can track this shit
The first
down.
picture that you ever...
Yeah. I was telling her how the first picture I ever posted on Instagram, I like thought about it. Like I was like, yo, when I touch Instagram, like when I finally get on Instagram, I need to make sure that I get on the gram. Like I'm on the gram. I'm on the gram now. Like I'm really on the gram. And everyone needs to know that I'm on the gram the second I post that picture because it's gonna make some tectonic plates shake, bitch. So then I went to the store, I went to the mall, and I bought a white Nike hoodie, and it had like a black check right here, like the ones everybody was used to wear. And then I got a black Nike hat and it had a white Nike check on it. I was like, yep, the girls are doing it big. I got those 2 huge cornrows that everyone used to get, those long 2 cornrows. I got those fresh, like, stitch braids. And then I did my makeup, a nice maroon lip like we used to do.
If you know 2018, that is what was popping in 2018.
Maroon lip.
Maroon lips and those fucking fishtail ass braids. That's what was popping in 2018.
I put them in and I was like, okay, I did my makeup a little something, and I was like, yep, they ain't ready. And guys, I promise you, I posed like this with my phone in front of me, holding my hat like this. And I took that picture straight on and I said, this is it.
This is fire.
This is fire.
Heat.
And then I posted my video. I got like 80 something, 90 something likes on my first post, and I was like, this is what I'm talking about. This is type of it's gonna turn to exponential growth is what it's gonna do. It's gonna fucking,
I mean, technically it did.
Technically it did, but at that time, oh bitch. I don't know why I was so scared of social media. I was genuinely afraid. I was like, the government is coming.
I always loved social media. Like I remember being like in the 7th or 8th grade, even freshman year of high school, and I had a Snapchat account, and I used to post story. I used to get like 3,000 views on my Snapchat story.
But it doesn't never scare you that shit could be backtracked?
Yes, it does. Because I've had social media since I was like 11, 12 years old.
Since you were stupid.
Since I was dumb. And God knows what the fuck I said on social media. I don't even fuck. It's actually, it does scare me, but it's also like my Snapchat era, 3,000 views on my Snapchat story. And I was just telling stories about my fucking life. Like people would be like, I don't even know you, bitch, you're so fucking funny. People used to share my Snapchat. Like I was like an entertaining person on Snapchat in like freshman year of high school. I loved posting. There was nothing that was more fun to me. Even Kik, just going on Kik and making a new profile picture or changing my username, like it was like, that just was life for me.
Kik, bro, like there were so many kids I feel like even you, there were so many people who got in trouble for Kik. Things that they did on Kik. Kids were bullying kids on Kik.
Oh, I didn't get I used to get bullied on Kik.
Yeah, see, like, there's so many things that were happening on Kik that, like, kids should never even have to go through in general, but okay.
There was a lot of grooming happening on Kik if we're gonna keep up with each other.
Mm-hmm. And I never had Kik. Never had Kik in my life, never had Kik. And I promise you, I was seeing all my cousins having Kik, and I was like, I was just a mature little kid, bro. I was like, this is a recipe for fucking disaster. And I don't want no parts, bitch. And I used to look at my mom like, don't worry, you have a responsible kid.
Me, I used to be like, I just want to be cool. I just want people to like me. Gonna get on every fucking social media platform. Gonna post a picture of me. Remember when this was popular?
Yeah.
I used to fucking post so many fucking pictures like that. Like I just wanted to be cool.
You know what's crazy? I never knew that this was popular. Like I never used to see. I was not on social media for the era that people were posting pictures like that. I was on the era of social media where people were making fun of people posting pictures like that. So I know about this, but not because I saw it, but because people make fun of it all the time. So I know what it is.
Do you remember like the one eye pictures? Have you ever seen those?
When people are making fun of it.
Yeah, people were taking a picture where it's just like you could only see this part of their face.
Yeah.
That was my fucking era. I was like in like 7th or 8th grade when that was happening. But yeah.
Personally, I was not on that. I was not on that. I couldn't. And then when I grew up, I was like, how come nobody knows me? Like a lot of people know my family members. Oh shit. A lot of people know my family members, and like they always like when we go out to functions, they see my family and they know my family, but they never know me. And I'm like, bitch, how come y'all? I've been alive more than her. What the fuck? And then now I'm realizing, not now, but like in the past, I was realizing that like it's because you were very much MIA, babe. You very much was on your
Nobody
CIA
knew you
shit.
existed.
Yeah.
My little sister Hanan is exactly like that. Like every time I go out, people are like, oh, like so who are your siblings? Like, oh yeah, you're the half sister, right? And I'm like, yeah, Hanan. And they're like, who the fuck is Hanan? And I'm like, Hanan? She's 19. She's 3 years younger than me. Why do I act like we don't know who Hanan is? Hanan has always been the same as you. She hated social media. She never used social media. I can't even, on my own phone, I can't even find a picture of that girl. But nobody in the city even knows Hanan's exist. Like, I mean, of Hanan's existence.
Yep, that's how I am. But honestly, now I like it. I like the fact that no one really knows shit about me. But when I like, ever since I started doing social media, when some of them like come and they're like, oh, Stacy, XYZ, I'm like, why are we speaking? We've never spoken.
Why are we acting like we know each other?
Yeah. What are we? I'm so confused as to why we're speaking to each other right now. Like all our life you've wanted my cousin. You've wanted to talk to her only. Like it's like, why are me and you talking right now? I don't get it. And then you got just that. Let me just not even get into it. Just basically like fake ass support. Like you've been rocking with me since day one. It's like
I used to get bullied on Kik, and I feel like every time I talk about anything that's happened to me when I was getting bullied, I feel like you guys probably think I'm a fucking liar because there's an eyelash in my fucking eye. But I feel like it's just so unrealistic, the shit that happened to me. But when I used to use Kik, there was like multiple group chats. During Ramadan, like everybody would like be on Kik all night and then sleep all day so they could make it through the day of fasting without like starving. And so the kids would make group chat. I remember one time, specifically during Ramadan actually, I was put in a group chat. Everybody's cracking jokes back and forth. I literally vividly remember this shit, Stacey. Some bitch sent in a meme that said, when I've been looking for my phone all day, but it was in my bra. And everybody was like, LMAO, me. And guys were like, why y'all be doing that? That's so fucking funny. And I was like, lol, me too. Some bitch said to me, who told you were allowed to speak?
Layla.
Ah!
Let me know when you recover. Let me fucking know when you recover because, bitch.
Who told you were allowed to speak?
In a group chat full of mad people who told you you're allowed to speak is so embarrassing.
And I said, wait, I'm so confused. Like, why did you guys add me to this group chat then? And then the bitch was like, again, she was like, stop talking.
Oh
and I was like,
oh my god.
Okay. And there's like 50 plus people in this fucking kid group chat. So then I was like, I'm just gonna leave the group chat because I don't understand what's happening right now. So I leave. But then they add me back in again. Like automatically they add me back into the group chat. I speak again. They told me stop fucking talking. And I was like, why do I keep getting added back into the group chat then? Like I'm so fucking confused. And there was another time where some girl came up to me and she was like, did you see what they've been saying about you on Kick? And I was like, no. She was like, have you been on Kick? And I was like, no. And then she was like, yeah, you need to look at your fucking account. So then I log in and Kip was like, if you were in a group chat, even if you're not logged in, it still keeps what's wrong?
Forgot to contour. Anyways, keep going.
Kick is like, even if you're not in a group chat, the conversation is still there. Like you can still go back. Like if somebody texts you and you weren't logged in, you can log in and still see the fucking thing that they said to you. So then I log in and I see like all of these people talking about. Stacey, I promise you this group chat was called the Layla Hate group chat. The Layla Hate group chat, and I promise you, I'm sitting there thinking like, so what did I do? And there was like a moment in my life where I fully thought there was something that I did. Like I was like, I need to retrace my steps and figure out what it is that I did that's making everybody act like this. Like there's no way that they're just doing this for no fucking reason. I definitely did something. And no matter how hard I thought about it, I couldn't pinpoint what it is that I did that was making everybody fucking act like this. And the Layla Hate group chat, it was like, so who hates Layla? Me, I hate Layla. Oh my god, I hate her too. Can't stand that bitch. She's ugly as fuck. And I'm just reading the group chat and I'm like,
why would they put you in there?
I don't fucking know.
That's really weird on y'all's part, but anyways.
And I remember like reading it and they were just saying the foulest fucking shit about me. And I remember crying. And my dad, it was like 3 a.m. My dad comes into the room and I had this like tiny ass fucking LG or some shit. My dad comes into the room, takes the phone from me, reads the group chat, confiscates my phone and doesn't let me have it anymore. And then he goes to the girl's dad who started the group chat and like confronts her dad about it. And then everybody started calling me like a snitch. And I was like, thanks, Dad. You just made the situation a lot worse than it already was.
No, you should never have had Kick in the first place. Your dad did the right thing by taking that phone away from you.
But it's not fair.
Layla, who told you to have Kick in the first place? At the ripe age of what?
Like 13?
Your dad's seeing his kid getting absolutely obliterated online.
But everybody else my age had Kick.
Okay, everyone else to your age was not getting obliterated. So good on your father for taking that phone away. Yeah. If I was her dad, I would have taken it away too. And if I was her dad, I would have stomped the fucking grounds of the kids. I would have snitched too.
Yeah.
So sorry to you and your kid, folk.
Anyways, yeah, that was the. I also, do you know what else? This is also written down, but it made me think about this. The Tumblr era.
Die, so.
No way.
Yeah. So I think this is the closing of it.
Should we just end it here then?
I think so. Yeah. It's actually gonna die. Like, okay, guys.
Thank you so much for coming to our YouTube channel.
My makeup's not done. It was not gonna get done today in this video. So sorry about that. Not really. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And hit the post notification bell down below. So you get the notification whenever we post. And then comment what you guys want to see from us next. Even though we're just gonna run our fucking mouth every single time.
Yeah.
About whatever the fuck. Adios, amigos. We love you. So you love them.
That's why I did this.
Guys, you see? Bye.
Bye.